Everyone thinks the greatest scientific discoveries come from careful study. October 1869 proved them wrong. A well was being dug on William Newell's farm near Cardiff, New York. The date was October 16, 1869. Two workers struck something hard about 4 feet down. They cleared the soil away. What emerged was a human figure, 10 feet tall, made of stone. The figure lay on its back, arms at its sides. Every detail was there: fingernails, toenails, a navel. The skin was weathered but intact. Newell covered it with a tent and charged admission, 50 cents per person. By the end of the first day, he'd made $1,000. Word traveled fast. Newspapers printed sketches. Railroads ran excursion trains to Cardiff. Within days, thousands had come. Scientists began to arrive. The question was simple but urgent. What was it? Nobody knew yet. The theories multiplied. Some called it a petrified man from biblical times. Others said it was a statue carved by pre-Columbian peoples. A few suggested it was an ancient giant, evidence of a lost race. Each explanation seemed as plausible as the last. Paleontologists examined it carefully. The surface showed no tool marks. The proportions seemed wrong for a human skeleton, but right for something ancient. One expert declared it the most remarkable discovery of the age. He was not alone in that assessment. A Syracuse businessman named David King purchased the figure for $23,000. That was an enormous sum in 1869. He moved it to a museum in Syracuse. Crowds continued to come. The mystery seemed real. Nobody yet understood what they were looking at. Then in December 1869, a man named George Hull gave an interview. He was a cigar maker from Binghamton. He admitted everything. He had quarried a block of gypsum in Iowa 2 years earlier. He hired a sculptor to carve the figure. He arranged for it to be buried on Newell's land. Hull's motive was revenge. William Newell was his distant cousin. They'd had a dispute over property. Hull decided to create an elaborate hoax. He wanted Newell to discover it, to believe it was real, and to profit from it. Then Hull would expose the truth. The humiliation would be complete. But something went wrong with the plan. Newell discovered the figure, yes, but he profited far more than Hull expected. Hull lost control of the narrative. By the time he confessed, millions believed the giant was real anyway. His revenge had backfired completely. The scientific community split. Some accepted Hull's confession immediately, others did not. They argued that the figure predated Hull's scheme. They said the evidence was inconclusive. Debate raged in journals and lecture halls throughout 1870. A chemist named Frederick Prime tested the surface. He found evidence of aging, genuine weathering patterns, but he also found traces of acid treatments that Hull had used to artificially age the stone. The evidence was mixed. Both sides claimed vindication. The giant toured America for decades. Museums in Boston, Philadelphia, and New York all exhibited it. Admission fees accumulated. Hundreds of thousands saw it. Most visitors didn't care whether it was real or fake. The spectacle itself was the attraction. The original Cardiff Giant eventually ended up at the New York State Museum in Albany. It's still there today. Modern analysis confirms Hull's confession. The figure is gypsum carved by hand. The aging was artificial. The mystery was solved, but the cultural impact persisted. What the Cardiff Giant revealed was not ancient history. It revealed something about how Americans in 1869 wanted to believe. They wanted giant races. They wanted mysteries beneath the soil. They wanted proof of lost worlds. Hull had simply given them what they were already seeking. The hoax also accelerated a shift in science. Before Cardiff, the boundary between amateur enthusiasm and professional expertise was blurry. After Cardiff, institutions began demanding stricter verification. Museums started requiring provenance. The scientific method tightened. Hull never profited from his scheme. He died in poverty in 1902. Newell made a modest living from the exhibition but never became wealthy. The real money went to the businessmen who bought and toured the figure. The hoaxer and his target both lost. Everyone else won. The Cardiff Giant mattered because it wasn't unique. Similar hoaxes emerged before and after, but Cardiff was the biggest, the most public, the most consequential. It became a symbol of the gap between what we want to believe and what's actually true. That gap never really closes. Today, the Cardiff Giant sits in a museum case. Tourists pass by. Some read the placard explaining the hoax. Others simply see a curiosity. It remains what it's always been, a monument to human credulity, and a reminder that what we believe often matters more than what's real. Subscribe. Each week we uncover the historical mysteries that shaped how we think.